Think about the last time you bought a snack. You probably just tapped a card or handed over a coin. It's effortless. But 3,000 years ago, simply buying something was a massive physical struggle. In the ancient world, people relied on barter. Barter is an economic system where you trade goods or services directly for other goods or services without using money. And logistically, it was a nightmare. Imagine you make wooden chairs and you want some fish for dinner. You have to haul a heavy chair to the market and find a fisherman who actually wants a chair right in that exact moment. If he wants wheat instead, you're out of luck. And if you wanted to write a receipt for a trade, you faced another massive hurdle: picture writing. To read or write, a scribe had to spend years memorizing thousands of distinct symbols, each representing a whole word or idea. Barter and picture writing were slow, heavy, and complicated. They bottlenecked human progress. The ancient world desperately needed an update. Enter the Phoenicians. They lived along the eastern coast of the Mediterranean, and their entire culture revolved around commerce, the buying and selling of goods. This map shows their massive trade network. From present-day Lebanon, Phoenician routes stretched across the entire Mediterranean Sea. Sailing such distances required remote colonies to serve as rest stops. The most prominent was Carthage, a bustling trading hub. To maintain this network, the Phoenicians became master shipbuilders. They harvested massive cedar logs to construct ships strong enough to navigate the open ocean. Their most valuable export was Tyrian purple dye. They extracted this rich color from these spiky murex sea snails. It took thousands of snails to dye a single garment, making it so expensive that purple became the universal color of royalty. Managing a highly profitable international network meant tracking endless shipments. The old method of drawing thousands of picture symbols simply couldn't keep up with the speed of their business. A merchant loading a ship didn't have years to spend studying in scribe school. They needed a fast, lean way to record their cargo. Instead of assigning a unique picture to every idea, they created a brilliant shortcut. They broke language down into 22 simple characters, each representing a distinct sound. Combining these modular characters built any word, bypassing the need to memorize thousands of pictures. We can still see this ancient code carved into rock today. It is the world's first phonetic alphabet. This single innovation democratized information. A sailor or a merchant in a port city could learn to read and write in a week rather than a lifetime. Around 600 BC, a short distance northwest in an area called Asia Minor, another culture called the Lydians tackled the other major ancient bug. Even with a faster writing system, the physical act of trading still dragged the economy down. Hauling heavy sacks of grain or weighing chunks of raw metal for every transaction was exhausting. This image shows the Lydian hardware update. The government created small, uniform pieces of electrum, a mixture of gold and silver, stamped with an official symbol, like a lion's head. That stamp guaranteed the metal's value, establishing a money economy based on currency rather than bartering. With standardized coins, merchants could finally set universal prices for their items. It removed the heavy lifting and the endless guesswork from daily trade. Because the Phoenicians and the Lydians were traders, they were constantly interacting with other cultures. They didn't keep these new tools hidden, they actively exported them. The phonetic alphabet spread rapidly. The Greeks adopted it and made a few changes to fit their language. Later, the Romans borrowed it from the Greeks, shaping it into the Latin alphabet we use for English. The concept of stamped, government-backed coins followed the exact same path. As empires expanded across the Mediterranean, they quickly realized that a standardized money economy was essential for growth. This graphic shows the unbroken physical lineage of that idea. The practice of milling and stamping metal discs traveled straight from ancient Lydia right up to modern mints. The loose change in your pocket and the letters you type on your keyboard are effectively running on 3,000-year-old code. It goes to show that some of history's most durable innovations don't come from kings passing grand laws. They come from everyday people, just looking for a smarter, easier way to get the job done.